Hey guys, this is Nick, and this is your next gaming news. The couple things we're going to be talking about today, the first and not the least of which is Mario Maker 2 has had a massive update. They have added world building into the game now, along with a host of new power-ups and new enemies. There's a power block that allows you to use a power block 3 times while you're wearing it. They have a cannon head that allows you to fire cannonballs and even charge it for a longer shot. They have a propeller box that allows you to go 3 times higher than you could before. They have a new mushroom that allows Mario to basically become the Mario World 2's Mario, the American Mario World 2, based off Doki Doki Panic. So now you can stand on top of enemies, pick them up, chuck them, carry them around. They even showed you picking up like a bonsai bill, carrying it, throwing it, and then jumping on it to take a ride. It just looks fantastic. Speaking of Bonsai Bill, there's a Bonsai Bill hat that you can wear now that lets you run around as him. And the fact that you can make your own worlds, you can now make 8 worlds of 40 levels. 5 levels per world. It looks like you can basically make your own Super Mario World game now inside Mario Maker 2. And that is a fantastic way to end updates to this game. The next thing that's come up on the list is GeForce Now has lost Microsoft, and they have lost Warner Brothers off their games list. So if you own any of those games, you will not be able to play those on GeForce Now from now on. Anything on those studios. Microsoft makes sense because they were making a competing architecture of xCloud. Eventually, they were probably going to migrate their stuff off of this platform anyway. Warner Brothers is a little bit more confusing. I don't really know why they moved off of it. Nobody knows if it's just an agreement, if they've made an agreement with somebody else, like say xCloud or Stadia or anything else like that to try their streaming their games there more exclusively. That's unknown at this time. But Nvidia has assured everybody that they're going to have about 1,500 more titles, and Ubisoft and has basically said that they're going to go ahead and support the platform pretty heavily. And Cyberpunk 2077 is reported to be coming out on the platform in September. So if you do pick that up on any of your other platforms, be it Steam or other platforms, the way GeForce Now works is it links to those accounts, and then you can stream it through their service after you already own the game. You don't have to pay anything else for the game. You don't have to buy the game again. You can just play it as part of that service. Now, the next thing that I found this week is the ESRB has basically started to warn buyers that their in-game purchases on the back of the video game itself. It's part of the ESRB rating. It's labeled as includes random items. So they're not calling it loot boxes, just random items. Hopefully that's at least somewhat cluing off consumers when they buy these products that there's going to be more purchases in there. Now, I don't think this is related to normal DLC. This is mostly related to the loot boxes, aka I forget what EA called it. Surprise mechanics. That was it. Surprise mechanics that they introduced into the game. The next thing is we all know that Nintendo has had a huge shortage of Switches. They are working diligently to try to up production on those, but it's not really being helped very much by the fact that there are auto buy bots that are out online right now that are pretty much buying up Switches about as fast as they can be produced. Hopefully this calms down, and those of you that are still looking for a Switch can go ahead and get your hands on one relatively soon. So hang tight, try not to spend too much more money than you have to. They're going for like $500-$600 now on the secondhand market. It's insane. You shouldn't have to pay more than like $300 for the main unit, and you shouldn't have to pay more than $200 for a light. So save your money, be patient, and wait until they become more available, okay? The next thing that's come up, and this is really why I did the news article, because this one just cracked me up. Apparently, Fallout 76 Wastelanders released, and it's getting positive reviews. However, the NPCs that they added are now stealing weapons from you when you die. Sorry, I can't. I just can't with this. I mean, they make the game, and then they don't include NPCs, and they say make your own fun, and everybody hates it. Now they include NPCs, and it's pretty well received because it feels more like an actual Fallout game because it's got some story. But now when you die, the NPCs are like, wah wah, and just taking all your weapons. So hopefully they will be able to address this soon. But if you're close to an NPC when you die, there is a chance that they will steal some of your weapons and items. They will basically just loot them off of your corpse. So beware if you're a Fallout fan that this is a problem. And if you've been playing Fallout 76, you probably already know about this. And you're probably cringing every time you see it come up in the news because it's everywhere. I looked up today and it was on like 9 different sites. I couldn't believe it. To wrap up the game news, there are a couple new releases coming out and a couple rumors. 2 game releases that are coming at the very tail end of this week is Trials of Mana releases on April 24th. So that looks like it's going to be Saturday? No, Friday, I think. Yeah, that will be Friday. And Streets of Rage also releases on Friday. Streets of Rage 4. Now, I've been following this one for a while, and I've been kind of chomping at the bit for it to come out. I'm hoping to do a review on it at some point. This thing looks like a blast. It's not only got a more anime/cartoon style to it, but there's also apparently a pixel mode that is either unlockable or is already enabled in the game. I'm not sure which. I've been trying not to spoil myself too much on it because I've been pretty excited about it. There are also rumors, I saw this from Ryan Landers, and I've seen it in a couple other places too, that there's going to be a Metroid Prime trilogy release for the Switch. Now that sounds pretty exciting to me, because one of the things I always wanted to do on my Wii U was to get a Wii U controller and be able to play through Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3 on that with motion controls, since I found the aiming and the movement pretty awkward in the original Metroid Prime. And Metroid Prime 3 I thought was absolutely perfect as far as controls go. That was one of the times that the Wiimote controls actually did an amazing job. So I would love to try this in more of a Joy-Con mode, or see if they will give you a dual analog mode when they bring it to the Switch, so that you can look around a little bit more freely and the game becomes a little bit more first-person shootery, which is what I always wanted out of the Metroid Prime series anyway. They were just never able to quite accomplish it. But that's about all I have for today, guys. Hopefully you got a few laughs out of it. Hopefully you got some information you hadn't really heard of, or some details you hadn't really heard of. I look forward to trying to do these a little bit more regularly. I'm going to try to start scheduling them on specific days, just to kind of keep up to date on things and to keep you guys in the loop. Let me know if you like these. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon if you're enjoying this any of my content. It really does help me out. It helps the channel out immensely. Subscriptions are always appreciated. Anything you guys can do to help this channel grow, I would love to be able to bring you guys content on a more regular basis, and that helps me a ton. But until next time, I am out.